Hey, guess what, everybody? This Sunday is Father's Day. What do you say we show Dad how much we actually love him? Let's steak him up with bacon for a palatable orgasm, topped off with a Seven Lilly Sauté. Seven Lilies are all members of the onion family. So today, I got all 7 of my choice of onions. Of course, there are other onions and lilies that you can use, but these are the ones that I chose. So first, I'm gonna show you how to use the Japanese mandolin. This thing is fantastic if you wanna get the same size slices so that you can cook all of your ingredients at the same time and the same way. So first, 7 lilies. Leeks. We're gonna cut off the top of the leeks. We're gonna make an incision down the center of it. That way we can hold the whole thing. Again, this thing is effing sharp. Leeks, they grow in sand, so they're very dirty. There's layers of them. All the layers have sand in it. So we're gonna slice the leeks, adjust the desired thickness. We're gonna slice the leeks into water. That way the leeks will float and the dirt will sink. See how the leeks, they float? And then whatever dirt and sand that they grow it into is gonna fall to the bottom. So later, we're gonna lift the leeks out of the water, so as opposed to straining it, so that we can pull the leeks from the water and the sand. Now, let's do a second lily, a red onion. Slice it on our mandolin. Now I have a Vidalia onion. I'm gonna cut that in half. I'm gonna make another incision so that I have a whole piece to hold on to while I'm slicing it. Again, watch your fingers. And then I have a shallot. They're sweet. This is gonna lend us another element of sweetness when we saute it. And then we have chopped garlic. It's also in the lily family because we're gonna saute all that together. I have these nice garlic chives. We're gonna chop those up. I'm gonna save the tops of the flowers. We're gonna use that for garnish. And then I have scallions. Get these anywhere too. I'm gonna chop the scallions up. That's gonna give us that last bit of fresh and sweetness. Please don't try this at home. But then again, where would you be doing it? It's Father's Day. For the 7th lily, I have these nice garlic and onion sprouts. I had them mixed with bull's blood, which is the top of the beet sprouts, and I have some radish sprouts in here and cilantro sprouts. Anyway, all of this is going to be our garnish. Now we have all of our lily sauté ready to roll. I have my blackened spice. You can buy it in the store or you can make it. Paprika, garlic, brown sugar, oregano, cumin, white sugar, salt, and garlic powder. We're gonna dust the steak with this, and we're gonna grill it on our flat top, give us that nice caramelization, mid-rare for Dad, and then finally a beautiful chunk of slab smoked bacon. First, I'm gonna take my Bunin New York strip, and I'm going to place it into my spice mix. I put it on a plate so that I can get the spice mix along the whole surface area of one side of the steak, because we want to create multiple flavors here. So we're gonna push it in, press it into the spice mix. See that? Even, shake it off, whatever. I got 5 of my 7 lilies right here. A little bit of oil, hot pan. Want to put a little bit of caramelization on it. Bring out the sweetness. See that? See that? See the onions starting to nicely caramelize? Pinch of salt, because now I want them to bleed. When I say bleed is I add salt, the moisture in the onions will start to release into the pan and it'll start to cook in its own juices. We can always add more salt and pepper to it later. Can't take it out, because then you gotta slice more onions. Now we're gonna take our leeks. I'm gonna lift them out of this water, leaving whatever sand and dirt in the bottom of my bowl. This is gonna create steam for our onion saute. That way, it sort of stops the coloring caramelization of the onion process. Add a little bit of salt. I'm gonna get a little bit of black pepper. Now I'm gonna turn down the heat and just let it simmer. Let it simmer. While that's simmering, let's blacken our steak for Dad. We're gonna knock off whatever excess blackened spice, and then we're gonna put it onto our hot flat top. Being this has a bone in it, the meat on the bone doesn't always sit flat on the flat top. So we're gonna just press it in there so that the whole surface of that steak touches the heat, including the bone. That's right, bet you thought I forgot about it. No way, this is the best part of this whole Father's Day. Slab of chunky slab bacon. You wanna show Dad you really love him? Give him bacon. I'm gonna take a little bit of salt, put it on the other side of the steak. We've achieved 5 of our 7 lilies. Turn it off, let it sit. That's what we're looking for. Juicy, crunchy at the same time. And you can see all the different colors and onions that we've used. This steak only needs about probably 3 minutes on each side. Mid-rare, baby. All right, let's see what our steak looks like. Woo, nice and blackened, caramelized. Turn it over. You only want to turn it over for a couple of minutes, because don't forget, we have to let it rest. Bacon. All right, now, because there's a bone involved and I don't have any other heat going on except for the bottom of it, I'm gonna just take it, turn it, just so that we don't have a raw bone in there. And then I'm just gonna get a little bit of the other side, and that's a wrap, boys and girls. See that? Boom. Let it rest. This bacon's already been smoked. Yeah, it's thick, but it's not raw. So I'm just really putting some caramelization on each side of it and making it hot on the inside. While my bacon's cooking, we're gonna take our lilies. Right before you put it on the plate, that's when you put the finishing touches into it. Chives and scallions. You don't want to cook them because then you lose the integrity. You lose the whole crunch factor of the vegetable. We're gonna top our steak with it. I'm gonna take my bacon from the flat top. I'm gonna cut it in half. Take a little bit of my garlic sprouts, a couple of my chive flowers. Just need the top of them. If that doesn't say Father's Day, I love you, Dad, nothing will.